So this is my 2016 Maverick 1000R, and I'm trying to get the front prop shaft off, and I got it this far. The U-joint is the big trouble. I got the U-joint that far with this tool from O'Reilly Auto Parts, and the goal is just to get better access to this bolt. I can get a wrench on it, but I really need to get an impact on it because you can't get PB Blaster or any kind of penetrant back to the threads where it really needs to be. So it ain't going any further. I can't get it to do anything. My last resort now is, since this one's clear of the fork, I'm going to try to cut this off with a reciprocating saw. So I'm about halfway through it, still on my first blade, and I'm using a little bit of cutting oil, trying to spare the blade. It's going better than I thought it would. Got the front wheels off the ground so I can rotate them, and that spins the shaft to a prime rotation. Finally got it. It's sheared off. I already had the back side of the shaft. Oh, so that didn't go well either. A lot of pounding. Now I should be able to get an impact driver on this bolt and get it out. And my next obstacle is proving to be even to get the old shaft out. I hope I don't have to take off this suspension. Okay, so I did not have to remove the suspension. I just had to drop my jack down. All right, old shaft and new shaft, but I still got to get that bolt out. So the key here is going to be don't strip the bolt. I can't get any penetrant into that thread still. Seems to be coming off. And there it is. Got that bolt out. And this is sliding out beautifully. Ooh, didn't expect that. Bunch of oil coming out of it. That's all right. So the drive shaft is out, but I still need to get the front differential pushed forward enough to get the new drive shaft in. This top right 13 millimeter bracket bolt is the hardest to access so far. And I prefer to do it with an impact driver. And I have already sprayed it with PB Blaster, but the radiator hose is in the way. I should have bought wobbly sockets before I started this, but I don't have one. We'll see what happens. And also, I don't think I should have wasted my time pressing out those U-joints, because in the end I ended up cutting it off anyway. So they did all come out okay. But they were all Loctited in there. So we'll have to be putting Loctite back on these, I think, on the way out. So here's the rear splined shaft going into the front of the motor. There's the tiniest bit of play. It's in neutral, I can spin it just fine. Tiniest bit of play I can hear and just barely feel. I don't know if it's normal. And I'm gonna lube it up good with grease, leave it be. Also lube up the other end. It's got a Zerk on it, but I will also fill that in with my fingers. So now that I've got the front wheel off, I need to jack this up to get better geometries here. So the front drive shaft allows room for the prop shaft to go between the lower A-arm and the drive shaft. So this is the hole and the fence that the new drive shaft needs to pass through from the front of the machine toward the motor, and it doesn't fit with the universal joint on it, so I'm going to have to see if I can pull this out and peel it back. So the drive shaft is back in on both splines. That's the engine side, front diff side, but I haven't bolted in the diff yet. And I'm at the point where I'm going to put that bolt in that held it to the front diff, which was hours worth of issues for me. And I'm going to use 242, which is removable, to make it a little easier on the next guy, whether that's right or wrong. Especially if that next guy is me, I don't want that to be that battle again, where I have to cut off the drive shaft. I got the drive shaft bolted in now, and the front diff is bolted in. I bought the drive shaft from Can-Am parts guy out of Portage, Wisconsin, because it has this, I don't know if I can point at the same time. Can't point at the same time. Anyway, this diameter built into the U-joint spline. It's all there. You don't have to buy any extra part or try to make them fit, which is makes it a nice drop-in replacement. And there's a seal, of course, that rides on that diameter I was just showing you. I lost some differential fluid up here. I'm gonna have to figure out how to top that off. And there's only one grease zerk on the new system here. That's on the back side up by the engine. So I greased that in addition to what I put on there with my finger. I haven't officially looked it up, but to drain and fill the front diff, looks like you pull that out, that's the fill hole, and use 75/90 weight gear oil. Like I said, I haven't looked it up. Anyway, I'm about finished with this job, and I always like to tell people it always looks easy on YouTube, but I've got probably 12 hours into this job with all the messing around with trying to get the universal joints out and all that. Anyway, this unit's got about 5,200 miles on it by now, and it really needed that U-joint. It was really, I'd be surprised if it lasted another 100 miles. Anyway, that's it for me. Went okay in the end, but probably a good 12 hours into this job. Faster for you if you know to cut that drive shaft off early. So I did pull the 4 bolts out of the front differential. Top were 13 millimeter, bottom were 15 millimeter, and there's no nuts on the other side. These are threaded holes, so that was nice. And you know, got the drive shaft in there, prop shaft, and then I pulled out the top fill hole, which is I believe that was a 6 millimeter Allen head, not a Torx. If you put a Torx in there, you'll strip it. It's a 6 millimeter Allen head, and then on the bottom drain was a 5 millimeter. I did that with an impact. Went okay after I realized it was a hex.